So friends, let us start the next part of the chapter, Forest Society and Colonialism, as we see that how Britishers put or the European puts forest law which affect a lot in the life of the pastoralist communities, the nomadics, the tribal peoples, or the villagers whose life were totally depends on forest. And this is how we see rebel also against these Europeans. Not only in India but across the world, forest communities rebelled against the changes that were being imposed by these Europeans, and all the leaders of these different movements against the Europeans like Sidhu and the Kanu in the Santhal Pargana, like the famous movements in India, if we say they lead by Sidhu and Kanu in Santhal, that is the present Orissa and some part of the Bengal also. Birsa Munda of Chota Nagpur and Chhattisgarh. Alluri Sitaram Raju at the Goodman Hills of Andhra Pradesh. They all are still remembered today in the songs and stories of these tribal communities. The people of Bastar. It's a tribal region. Now this region become the Chhattisgarh region cut from the Madhya Pradesh, where the southern part is the Bastar region, whose maximum part is not touched by civilized India. Still, we are not able to go there. A lot of tribal communities are found here, plus dense forests are also here. But this place is too much rich in minerals. This place is known as Bastar region. It is bordered with here Maharashtra, while in south Andhra Pradesh, and here in with Orissa. The different communities which are found in Bastar regions are such as Mariagon, Dhurwas, Bhatras, and Halwas. They have their own strict rules and regulations about how to manage and use the forest. Their life is totally dependent on nature. They believe that each village was given its land by the earth, and in return they look after the earth by making some offering at each agricultural festival. Their main occupation was like agriculture, in which their main agriculture was shifting cultivation. Some of them herd animals also, hunting, gathering, etc. Were their main occupation which they were doing. Now what we see here is that if a people from a village want to take some wood from the forest of another village, they pay a small fee called devsari. So it's a small fees, devsari, or also known as dand man, in exchange. Some villages also protect their forest by engaging watchmen. These watchmen were the youngsters of their communities. Because of the new laws, we see the fear of people also. In the year 1905, the British government proposed to reserve two-thirds of the total forests to stop all these activities which they were doing, like shifting cultivation, nomadic hunting and gathering, etc. Villagers had been suffering from increased land rents and frequent demands for free labor, or what we can say bega, by the colonial officials. Then later on come the terrible famine. This famine came in the 1899, 1900 and 1907 and 8, which also creates a lot of problem to the villagers. So this is how the initiate of the rebel against the Britishers or the government was initiated by, or the initiate was taken by Dhurwas of the Kangar forest, where reservation first took place. Although there was no single leader, many people speaks the vernacular languages of this region. Obviously, the main important figure of the movement was that their local weapons like chilies, arrows, and the other things which they were using, they began to circulating in the between the villages. These were actually messages invite villagers to rebel against the government or the Britishers. Every village contributed something to the rebellion expenses. At that time, bazaars were looted, the houses of Britishers officials and the traders, the British schools and police stations, they all were burned, attacked, robbed. Most of those who were attacked were in some way associated with the colonial state. So this is how the Britishers sent troops to suppress the rebellion. The Adivasi leaders tried to negotiate, but the British surrounded their camps and fired upon them. Means this is how we see that the rebel was taken by the Indian tribal people against the Britishers for the steps which they were taken against their home, that is forest. Well, it took 3 months for Britishers to regain their control over the forest areas or over this rebel. However, they never managed to capture Gundadhur. Yeah, now some area to be reserved was reduced to roughly half of the plan before 1910. After this revolt, the revolt also inspired the other tribal people to rebel against the unjust policies of the British government. So this is how we see the rebel took place against the Britishers for whatever the step they took, or the law, forest law which they were put. Well, that's all in this part. Now in the next part we continue our chapter with the forest transformation in another country like India, which is Indonesia, Java. So the forest transformation in Java. Well, that's all in this chapter. Any kinds of doubt and comment, you can consult me, contact me, or you can also send your comment to my blog, which is bipindogra.blogspot.in. This is my mobile number. You can also directly contact me through my mobile number also. Thank you.